Welcome to We Dishing It. My name's Carolyn.
Tiffany.
Kimmy.
And today we have a special guest, Martonio.
What's going on, everybody? What's good?
It's Mark.
Yes, aka Mark, aka Kimberly's boyfriend. Oh, I'm sorry, fiance. No.
Yeah, he being modest.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, fiance. Sorry about that.
Okay, the topic. Today's topic
is about communication between
in a relationship. Doesn't matter what it is, a friendship or even, your spouse. Just relationship.
the guy you're talking
Yeah.
to.
Any examples?
Yeah.
We should do the example of that one guy who was sending me text.
No, seriously, bring your phone out.
No. But why are we talking about this topic? Because they actually did say in everywhere that communication is the biggest problem in relationships. You have a great relationship because you guys have great communication, or you have a terrible relationship because your communication is terrible. So it's not even so much about someone loving someone enough or not loving them at all, but it's just a whole bunch of misunderstandings because people are afraid to tell each other what they're truly feeling.
And assumptions.
Yeah.
Always assuming that the other person means something when it's not what they actually mean.
Exactly. So we thought we can get guys' perspective.
Yeah.
That's me, y'all. That's why I'm here.
As women, we tend to think a little differently than men when it comes to
Completely different.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
You
say
guys
completely.
And
I wouldn't say completely, but maybe a little.
And sometimes they can be difficult.
very, very,
But-
very much so.
So we have one example. This one is your partner calls and tells you he is going to be home late from work. You already have dinner set on the table, but you tell him that you'll put a plate in the oven for him. You let it go without telling him how you actually feel. Unfortunately, he does it again a couple of days later, and then again in a few more days. You choose not to tell him that you would appreciate him to come home early or give you a heads up, so you won't have to plan dinner, and he's not be able to come and eat it. Instead, you grow even more upset. You stop talking to him. He has no idea that you're not talking to him and why you're really upset. The sooner the two of you start bickering and all these issues start coming up that wasn't an issue, and then it grows to frustration, and then you guys end up breaking up or leading down to a divorce.
Mm-hmm. So why do you feel that women, Mark, don't really, speak up and say when they're upset when you guys do something wrong?
Because I think women, what it is that a lot of times you guys bottle up your emotions and don't talk and speak on things, and a lot of times it doesn't manifest itself into, verbally telling a guy. We're very, I know for me, I speak for a lot of guys, maybe not every guy is the same, but a lot of guys have the attitude of, look, just tell me what's wrong and don't try to have me figure it out. Just tell me, if you're pissed off about, a situation and something happened, let me know at that very moment. Don't keep it bottled up, and if I keep doing the same thing to piss you off, let me know what I'm doing wrong, because what's gonna end up happening, I'm gonna do it over and over again, not knowing what the hell I'm doing wrong. And then you're gonna be pissed off, and then you're gonna get all mad at me, and then you're gonna bring up a whole bunch of things, and then I'm gonna be like, well, why didn't you tell me in the first place? So that's a big problem. You need to let us know, because men, we're kind of stupid. We're kind of dumb.
At least he admits it.
Yeah, I mean, we're not, us, we're very easy to please, very easy to figure out. Women are way more complicated, in my opinion. I think women, and that's just my opinion. I think women, and that's not to say anything bad about women. Women are just wired differently than men are. Women, a lot of times will remember a situation that happened 3 years ago, and we'll tell you yeah, this happened on August 14th of 87 or whatever.
Wow.
They'll just remember and have photographic memory about something, whereas we can't even remember what happened last night. you know. So you have to let us know what's going on. Like again, men can be a little slow because we're not really concerned about going back and analyzing every situation. So it's just that we're wired different. You have to let us know how you're feeling in the moment, because if not, we're not gonna understand.
I do that.
It's true though. Y'all women do that. You know, it's not to say anything disrespectful about women. Women are amazing, beautiful, you know, like intelligent people. Like you guys, I always say, are, you know, incredible. You know what I mean? Like women don't get enough respect, you know, like a lot, especially me being Hispanic. Like I come from a culture where a lot of times men, like in my culture, are taught like a lot of times women are supposed to be in the kitchen and their job is to do, you know, the cleaning around the house, and you know, like men really don't do that type of thing. I don't believe in that. I think that's crap. I think that men and women are, you know, just as capable of doing anything. Men are just physically stronger a lot of times, and that's just because nature, you know, has it like that. But women can do anything men can. You know, I don't have that macho kind of attitude like, oh, Kim, you know, you have to be in the kitchen and cook dinner every night. Like, I don't have a problem cooking dinner. You know, I don't have a problem doing laundry. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. My job is to contribute to the household and make sure I hold it down, and that's her job too, equally. You know, it shouldn't be one person doing 70 and then the other person doing 30. It should be 50-50.
And in this day and age, if you want to eat or wear clean clothes, you better make sure you do.
Yep.
Somebody needs to get it done. But I agree with you on a lot of the things you said, but we don't come straight. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about all women, but I know for like I don't come straight out and say when I'm upset about something, because I feel like he should know what he did wrong.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and we give
don't
him
have that.
time to figure it out. Like the silent treatment isn't good enough. And even after that, like the silent treatment, like okay, now she's upset. Let me start thinking why. Oh, it's because of what I did the other day. Okay, it makes sense. That's the way we think. And then we're like, well, you're selfish for not realizing that that's something that would upset us. So we just don't say anything. We just kind of like just hold it in because we're just baffled.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you just don't know what you did wrong. Like,
Right.
It's like shocking to us.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's not like it's that we don't want to talk about. It's like we shouldn't be able to talk about it. Like you should know.
Yeah, like half the time, majority of the time, I have that feeling that guys should read our mind because of our body language and how we are.
And how you react to the situation.
That's the mistake women make though, because like what Kim just said, it's so true. And it's not, you guys, the funny thing about it is that with Tiffany and what Kim said, that's correct. Like what you guys are saying, that's true. Like we should get it, but again, men are dumb. You know, we can be stupid in that way. You know, like a lot of men just don't want to admit that, and they have too much pride to admit that. But like, I'm the first one to say, like, yeah, that's why like women are better cheaters than men, because men will eventually do something stupid where it's just like, oh my God, like I didn't think about covering my tracks or whatever. Where a woman, like if they cheat, like they'll strategize, like, you know, like whatever, like, oh, like, let me have an alibi like 50 different ways, so like I'll cover my own self in that situation or whatever. So like Tiffany's correct, Kim is correct, but the thing is, we don't get it a lot of the times. We won't. Women assume that we're gonna understand where, you know, you're coming from, but we just don't a lot of times. Unfortunately, that's where the lack of, you know, understanding comes in.
And that's why I don't understand. Why don't you guys get it?
Because again, we're dumb. And like women are saying, a lot of men might be pissed off at me saying that. It doesn't matter to me, whatever. But like I'm the type of person, like I'm very straightforward, and I feel like I tell it like it is, and that's bottom line, like my opinion on it. Like for me, in a relationship, and Kim knows this because we've talked about this before. Like in a relationship, you have to have 3 things, which is communication, sacrifice, and compromise. Communication is huge because you have to be able to talk to each other as friends, because I think the best relationships come from a friendship. You have to be able to kick it with somebody. I can have a great time with Kim, not sleep with her, and have just as good a time and not have to hook up with her to have a great night with her. You know why? Because to me, she's, you know, like we're best friends. We can kick it with each other and we have that kind of vibe with one another, right? So the other thing is sacrifice. What I mean by that is, you know, there could be something that she's into that I can't stand, but I have to do it to show her, hey, I'm gonna do that in order to show love to you, and in order to show you, hey, it's not all about me. I need to have her understand that I'm here to do things to make her happy. Same thing with her. She's not the biggest sports fan, you know, like that's one thing about me. I love sports, you know, I live for sports. So, you know, a lot of times I'll say, hey, look, watch a little bit of the game. Even if she were to watch 15, 20 minutes of a game with me, I'm happy. Because at least I had my friend there with me to keep me company to watch the game. Something she likes, I may not like, I have to do that.
Like loving hip hop and Bad Girls.
Right, like I know some of the names of these people, and I'm like, I can't believe I know some of these Bad Girls Club people. I would never watch these shows if it wasn't for Kim. But why do I watch it? Because I love her, you know, and because.
But sometimes I'm in the room watching Love and Hip Hop.
Because I'm
watching his sports.
Because I'm watching sports.
Change the channel to Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, what is he watching? Love and Hip Hop?
Because I'm watching sports, not because I'm not trying to show love. Because I'm watching sports, and I'm not gonna miss my sports to see two females like battling with one another. Like I'm not gonna do that. But on top of that, the other thing is compromise, meaning like, you know, hey, look, you know, you don't really want to do this, or like, or it could be not even something that you want to do. It could be a situation where, you know, like she could get pissed off about something. I really don't understand why she got pissed off, but then I have to fall back and be like, hey, let me try to look at it from her perspective. Let me try to see it from her angle and what she feels about the situation, because that's what you're supposed to do. You can't be selfish and always be like, well, she's the one that has the problem. It's her fault. Because you're never going to solve anything if you have that attitude. So you have to be mature about it and be like, hey, look, like, let me understand what you're saying, where I went wrong. Let me meet you in the middle. What did you do wrong? Because maybe there's something that I felt you were doing disrespectful. And let's compromise. Let's talk about that. So sacrifice, communication, compromise. You have those three things in a relationship, like, you guys will probably be okay. If you don't, like, you're doomed. You're not going to make it.
I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree, definitely. You really need all three of those things in order for it to survive. But sometimes people's egos be getting in the way. That's the thing. Like, you know what's right, be like, nah, man.
So another scenario we had is when people, especially couples, I see outside arguing so everybody can know their business. And I'm the kind of person, I do not want anybody arguing, yelling, or holding a conversation with me outside on the road where people can turn around and look at me. That's the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
I get extremely upset. I'm not going to tell you anything right then and there, but you will know on our way home that I was not happy. What you guys think about that?
I have to agree with you. I mean, I've never been in that situation, but what about you?
I just think the argument should stay indoors in your little space. Like, it could be in the car. Say that you guys had an argument heading somewhere. You just leave that argument inside the car, not outside of public. Or, you know, if you're like I said, if you're about to head somewhere, just leave it inside that little space before you get out the door. If you guys are having the argument, whatever.
Yeah, like, when it comes to arguing in public, I think it's extremely disrespectful. It brings attention to not only, you know, yourself, but your partner, and you don't want people knowing, you know, your business. You don't want people knowing about your intimate things that you deal with at home. So I know for me personally, when I have a situation, you know, if there's an argument with Kim, you know, whatever, and everybody has arguments. Nobody's perfect. Like, you're gonna have in a relationship your ups and downs. You're gonna, you know, fight with each other. You're gonna argue. That's normal. So whenever there's something that we need to discuss, or we have an argument, or we're gonna go out or whatever, like, I definitely try to make it a point to, like, go in, like, I'll if she's in the room or something, like, I'll go into the room and I'll close the door. Like, because I won't want anybody, whether it's, especially if family or friends are over or something like that, you know, I'll talk low, you know, because I'll be like, hey, look, like, because I'm the type of person, I don't like things to fester. Like, I'm very much like, look, we have an issue, and she's laughing right now because she knows that about me.
Because I'm gonna, when he's done, I'm gonna stay.
Because
I have something to say.
yeah, the thing is,